Welcome back to another episode here of Gregtech Community Edition Unofficial. Last time I did end up doing not too much. It was kind of disappointing. Between episodes, I did set up the nitrogen burning version of that. So we're going to have to do a couple things to get some things set up over here because we are starting to run pretty low on nitrogen because I have been smelting up tons of stainless steel. I got tons of these casings. It's going to be a little bit before that's going to be completely done, and then we got to get something set up so that this nitrogen can get additional stuff, which will take simply that air, it's like that filter thing. I don't remember exactly what it's called. Let's do just LV blocks. It was an LV block. It might be down below still over there, but it was something that lets us get air, basically suck in air, and then if we centrifuge it, we get oxygen and we get nitrogen. So that'll give us both our oxygen we need and nitrogen, which will be pretty nice. Keep that always topped up. I did accidentally burn this with some aluminum when I made some more of those nichrome cables. And then pretty much the only thing we've been doing is mass setting or mass material gains for a couple different reasons. I have been trying to get all of my dusts electrolyzed because it's kind of necessary for some of the process that we're going through. We are getting some of these blue topaz, which is awesome because we're going to want to macerate these as well. I was looking at some stuff, and though I can't use some of it yet, it's going to be much more beneficial to do a couple of these other things down here. So, first thing I wanted to get looking at, we're going to need to get this advanced precision laser engraver. It's actually kind of nice that we get a large lithium battery as a reward. Could either use that to make a new drill or hold on to it for charging. So, doping is a process of intentionally introducing impurities into semiconductors to change their properties. Silicone can be doped with small amounts of glowstone to make better silicone bowl. Glowstone doped silicone bowls typically yield 8 times more wafers than their non-doped counterparts. However, they are not strictly needed until EVH. So the big part about this is this will get us a couple different items that we can do. So I wanted to get these started because it's going to take a second. But we need nitrogen, we need glowstone, and we need a whole stack of silicone, which is part of the reason that I have been doing all of that processing. And then it does say it's going to take a whole 10 minutes. So we're going to set that up to run for the entirety of the majority of the episode. Let's do glowstone. I thought I had some, but it looks like I might not. That's actually... Oh, if anything, it's going to be in here, isn't it? Oh no. I don't think I used it for anything. Alright, well, I am going to quickly check for my glowstone down here. I know I had some, so this is actually quite... Oh, it is probably... Yes, okay. Whew, that was a little worrisome. So we're going to go ahead and get, I think, 2 of these set up. So that after the first one, I can have it run as well. The second one. It has been... How much nitrogen did it say it needed? It needed a whole 8 buckets. So we'll get these all out. I think we're going to have to... Give me everything. But we'll get those in there with the glowstone, and then it needs to be on a 1. That's what I saw. Oh, we don't even need it in there, so that can actually come back out. Get... So now let's check that. Yep, so it is going to be a whole 10 minutes before I get even one of those currently, which is fine because that gives us time to make both the advanced laser engraver as well as something else that we'll get started here in a minute. So, my thing is we need ender pearls. We do have the ender pearls, but we need circuit boards and the green. So we got SMD inductors, which take our fine copper nickel wire and ferrite ring. Do we have any copper nickel wire? We have some copper nickel wire. So let's take out half a stack. Get that made down into some rings. And we'll go grab my ferrite rings I should still have over here. Even have some copper nickel wires to boot with that. So let's go get some of those whipped up, and then we can grab, I've been doing tons of making more of these circuit boards too. I have to bring back some more materials there. But let's get this in here. That should make everything we need for that. And then dump our circuit boards in. Look at making one of those HV emitters. Got all of our stuff in there. But it says... don't tell me I'm out of soldering iron. I'm not. Why is it not crafting? Hello? Oh. That's why. Can I not? So that's going to take a second, and then that'll craft through, and we'll be able to make the other ones for sure. That almost forgot about. I do have a bunch of these plates going on in here. We're going to have to just set those to auto export too, because we're going to need those in a second. So we're going to grab all of those things on auto craft here. And then what was the other thing? Laser engraver. We need the Mark II. So we're going to need 2 pistons. I'm going to actually start those really quick. Oh, we wait for the other thing to get going. 2 pistons. Just missing the gears, so let's grab some of the stainless steel out. I think the gear mold is still in the system, actually. It is. And I'm gonna get all of this stuff crafted up, and we will be back after that. Alright, we're doing the slightly lazy thing, making sure everything is done in AutoCraft, which is actually hilarious. I didn't realize all of these things were done with AutoCraft. I do have 9 of these already, because I was making them to do the Ender Fluid link covers, but then I realized how much Ender Pearls I need, and I don't have a setup to be able to make gel tooling fairly easily, so that's why we're doing something a little bit different. So there's our advanced laser engraver. So that's part of that quest. Now we just got to get that one. Once that's done. The other thing I wanted to look at getting done is starting to get some of this uranium refinement done. Because apparently we need that for the EV circuit assembler stuff. So I'm not exactly sure why, but we're going to go check that out. So, while we got that thing in our inventory, let's go look at where we are over here with our topaz. Looks like we're still in the middle of processing quite a bit of it. Did need to find, we got our blue topaz there. iron dust. We got some regular topaz. Now, question is, yes, we got some big topaz right there right now. Okay, so with this, I need to make sure that this thing is disabled. So just to be certain, we're actually going to put the wrench away, and we're gonna crowbar this off there, because I just don't want any mistakes to happen, because we need the fluorine that we're gonna get from this. So let's go ahead and put those in there. We'll get the fluorine and some hydrogen, which we can pick up that hydrogen. We're using quite a bit of it for a lot of this other stuff we've been doing. As you can see, the chests are actually getting relatively small now, which is quite nice. Gotten pretty much all the pyropene down. Is there actually, there's some silicone, or what else? Aluminum in this, okay. So, we're gonna need this fluorine for two different things. I do want to get rid of that thing for now. Keep all those other ones up there. But, so for this recipe, we need to get uranite, which I'm trying to hurry up and get the rest of this stuff processed first. But in the meantime, we can definitely start crushing. Pretty sure I didn't mine any of that stuff by accident there. But we need to take some of this plutonium 239. And if I use this with our ore processing, crushing it has a 14% chance, a little bit higher than that, of yielding uranite dust, which is what we need. If we wash it, we have a chance of getting another 3. What we're probably going to be doing is we're going to wash it, we're going to centrifuge it. Same thing here, instead of just crush, and spin it out, because we get the same amount of chance there, but we also get the guaranteed 3. So that's kind of what I'm going to go for, because I'm hoping to get enough that we will have what we need. I do want to come over, because we do have one more low voltage chemical reactor over here. And I know we got some ethylene in it, but I just don't feel like it's worth it pulling that out. Been making plenty of the plastics, and we're going to get that stuff set up to autocraft here pretty soon. As well as we're going to get a better cracking unit and distillery tower up and running once we have enough stuff to make more of one more distillery tower. But in the meantime, I want to get this set up on a low voltage cable. So we'll set it up right here for now. So in this, we need to make this uranite dust. Once we get the uranite dust, we will be putting it into make this uranium hexafluoride. So to get our uranium hexafluoride, we need fluorine and hydrofluoric acid. So we're going to need fluorine and hydrogen. So let's go grab some of both of that. Where is it? Probably just do that. Okay. Fluorine, hydrogen, get our hydrofluoric acid, and then on top of that we need additional fluorine, which is the reason I've been trying to get some of this topaz in here. And we do have already 5 uranite, so that's pretty good. Oh, dear goodness, how much does this yield when I crush it? 4. Okay, so it was only 16 needed for that. So we'll put this in there, get ourselves a little bit more, because we want a full 8. Maybe. and get ourselves one more out of these 4. There's endstone dust. Looks like we did not get any more. At least for right now. It's perfectly fine. We're gonna go ahead and grab ourselves that empty cell. The fluorine in it. Move that here. Get our test tubes. Move that over. And put in our uranite. So this one did say that you can, so in here we got uranium as has very few uses in Gregtech Community Edition Unofficial right now, as we have not yet implemented the nuclear reactor. Wonder if that is the case still or not, but you can make uranium hexafluoride from uranite. This will allow you to separate the isotopes between 238 and 235. Fluorine is fully recycled in the reaction, but you will need around maybe 40 buckets to bootstrap. Okay. Hydrogen is consumed, so you'll need quite a lot of it. Either electrolyze a lot of water using several LV electrolyzers for best energy efficiency, or recycle your unused hydrocarbons, such as methane. You can make this setup compact by having one single centrifuge and using a fluid regulator to supply exactly 1,000. So that would be 1,000 of the buckets here. So now from here, I guess it won't let me click on it. Now we've got ourselves some uranium hexafluoride. So with that, we're gonna take that. I guess we can't pick it up in that, but we can pick it up there. Alright. So, it said centrifuge. I think I put my centrifuge away. Let's double check that. Nope, it's right there. Okay. Put this up for a second. Take a look at this. Okay. Put that on in. It does need an HV centrifuge, so we're gonna go ahead and have to go make one of those. Right. Okay. Now I see. So it's going to be a little bit, because we're going to have to get through the rest of my topaz. Unless we switch it around. That's what I think we would do. So let that go through, get us some more of that. Let's go check up on our glowstone.booleans. Because if those are done, we can start dumping our stuff. So they're both at least in. We got one in there. Go ahead and get all of this in there so we can get that cooking. We'll ahead pull out that glowstone. And then if we look in the lower chest, I did not pull it out because I need to, I guess it does not have an OR dictionary thing. But there is our glowstone.wafer. So that does finish. Where is that? right there. That finishes that quest. So go ahead and nab our battery, our lithium battery. Now we've got NOR gates. NOR gates take just 2 input signals and output a high signal only if both signals are low. This does not matter for now, though it is simply a more complex wafer that is used for the data orb, a crafting component for processing array. So it looks like we're going to need to make a pink lens here. But then once we've got the NOR gates, that is, oh my goodness. That is going to be fun when we get to that. Holy cow. Okay, that's much better. That's a little bit better looking at that. Oh goodness. Not ready to look at that. So we're going to hold off on doing that one. Now, we need to go ahead and make ourselves an HV centrifuge. So let's go ahead and do that really quick. Pretty sure I don't have a regular HV centrifuge. So, HV centrifuge. Right there. So we need 6 of our processors. 1 of... I guess we can just back out 1 of these. I only have 2 left over of that, which I'm thinking I might make a HV macerator as well, just to kind of boost up some of that extra outputs. But there's nothing else too important. Is there? No, we're not, because if we can get these things online, well, we need EV circuits for... I would like to get this. We're going to have to do a couple things to get that far. Because we're looking to make that here. So we're making that. We need 2 of these. Got everything there. So that'll process. Let's go ahead and see how far along those plutoniums are. Got another 8 uranite. Right into this one. So that uses all of our fluorine. Got boron. So my only question as well, because it says we need the uranium-239. Is there a way to get that from this? Looks like we can literally just smelt them up. So let's go ahead and get those smelting. We'll get our topaz in here. Get some more of that fluorine coming in. And in the meantime, can we put it in the... We can put it in the arc furnace. What is this? Blue topaz. Okay. Put this in the arc furnace to get those smelted up. We'll let that do its thing. And I think we'll be back once we got a couple more of this stuff coming in. And ready. Alright, we now have our components for our HV centrifuge. We do just want to get it wired up over here. Thinking probably... See if I got more cables. I do. Those are low voltage, so we should be fine to just whack that on out. Pop this down here. centrifuge for a minute. And let's go ahead and put those in there. Alright. So they both have quite a bit of fluorine to it. So the depleted, once we've got that, we can put it back into an electrolyzer. Just has to be an MV electrolyzer, so we'll go grab that one. The same thing over here. So let's go get those, so we can pull out our fluorine. I think I already moved it, because I know I have one. Let's go check in the system. It's not in there. We got our LV1 there. Oh, it's this one right here. Derp. Let's put that in there. We'll dump the whole thing of that in there. Get out our aluminum cell. Put that electrolyzer in. Should give us some more fluorine. We just have to then take that fluorine and hydrogen and mix it together once again. Let's see how many more of those we got. Be here. Still getting quite a bit of plutonium. That's actually kind of exciting. Ooh, okay. So we're gonna have to wait for a couple of those things to come up, and once we've cycled through a little bit more of the hydrogen, or not the hydrogen, the uranite, we will be back. Right, so I didn't realize that 232 is already actually out of this, which means I presume this one is the 235, which is not even needed to complete this quest, so that one is finished. Now we can go looking at getting some radon. So for that, we do need 8 of these plutonium ingots, which these should be all done. We got ourselves 13 of them. And then we just need to get to our radon. Now it says that's definitely gonna be nice once we get to IVs. We won't have to go through this process. But a large chemical reactor, we're going to need to do that. So I actually do not have the stuff to make another large chemical reactor right now. So I guess this is where we call it for today. That actually gets us tons of stuff done. Pretty exciting. Let's go ahead and actually look up before we go. Is the nuclear reactor? Nope. So it does look like the nuclear reactor is not in this yet. So it is still something that doesn't have a use yet. So it's kind of sad because I was really hoping to be like figuring that stuff out. Nuking my own base and then maybe starting anew after that, because who knows how that would have worked out. But thank you guys for joining me. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.